as Africans, they have human rights to freedom of movement and freedom of association, as well as a right to self-determination. They were gathered in Abuja to meet an exercise of their freedom of assembly when they were reported to have been arrested by security forces in Nigeria. Being foreigners, if you are going to arrest foreigners and you want to take them out of your country, you must do that under the Extradition Act of Nigeria. But there's no extradition treaty between Nigeria and Cameroon. To that extent, their detention or their arrest cannot be justified under the law in Nigeria.
You're saying that if there is no extradition treaty between Nigeria and Cameroon, then these separatists shouldn't have been transferred to Yaoundé, as has been reported.
They cannot be transferred. That would be illegal in the sense that if they haven't committed an offense in Nigeria, you cannot arrest them in Nigeria. But if they have committed an offense in Nigeria, you have to take them to a Nigerian court to try them. But what is important is that a couple of them, or about 3 of them, are actually asylees. They've been granted political asylum to remain in Nigeria. So they cannot be arrested and taken to Cameroon.
The other point which we must make clear is that the Cameroonian government says that there are international arrest warrants out for these separatists.
We challenge the Cameroonian government to produce the international warrant of arrest. Issued by which court? By the International Criminal Court or which court? There is no international court that issues warrant of arrest. You can only get a warrant of arrest in your country and perhaps register it in another country. But there is nothing known as international warrant of arrest under international law.
What about an Interpol warrant of arrest?
If Interpol has issued a warrant of arrest, that will be based on a request of a country. It has to be based on the request of a particular country that must have declared them wanted in that country.
It's not very clear to you as to whether the Cameroonian government actually has an international arrest warrant.
No, there is no such thing. And that's why we're challenging the Cameroonian government to produce the warrant of arrest. And if it's going to be executed, it has to be executed through a court in Nigeria. Nobody can come to Nigeria under the pretext of executing a warrant of arrest and just abduct anybody without taking him to court. That's not part of our law here.
My name is Lambi Wamisai. I am a peacemaker. I have been working 24/7 to bring the Republic of Cameroon, led by His Excellency President Paul Bartholomew Biya Bimvondo, and the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, led by His Excellency President Ayok Julius Tabe, on the table to talk peace. Now is the time for peace. This ongoing civil war has taken a lot of life, and I cannot stand beside and look.
That things are becoming clearer to everyone. Cameroon is victim to repeated terrorist attacks from a secessionist group. In the face of such repeated aggression, I would like to assure Cameroonians that measures have been taken to eliminate these criminals and bring back peace throughout the national territory.
And indeed, whether I could visit some of the other areas, including Buea, which is the Anglophone area, one of which has been the subject of concern and worry, and he graciously agreed that I should do that, and I did that today. But before going to Buea, I had an opportunity to speak to all of the leaders of the opposition and other parties and individuals to get their perspective on what is happening in Cameroon and to understand a little better the hopes and the aspirations of the people of Cameroon. And what I heard overwhelmingly from all parties was this thirst and need for dialogue, inclusive and comprehensive and substantive dialogue, and to be honest and serious about the dialogue. That this has to be dialogue without preconditions.
And we are calling on the international community. This is a genocide alert. We want the international community to stop Mr. Biya on his tracks. He has done this on the 22nd of September. He killed our people. On the 1st of October, he killed our people, and he has been doing so since then. As we speak, over 50,000 of our people are now refugees in neighboring Nigeria. They have been driven from their land by Mr. Paul Biya, and we are asking the world, how long before the world takes note of this genocide? How long before the United Nations finally comes to ask Mr. Biya to address the root cause of this problem? How long before the Commonwealth calls on Mr. Biya to address this issue?
Who did not hesitate to burn down schools and attack students. Economic and social activities were disrupted by irresponsible strike calls imposed on the population through threats, intimidation, and violence. Bomb attacks were carried out. Many of our compatriots lost their lives in violence perpetrated by secessionists. Whether Anglophone or Francophone, be an end to tensions in the northwest and southwest regions and a return to normalcy. The vast majority of Cameroonians aspire to live together in peace.
I'm thinking of the 93-year-old grandmother, Mrs. Sarah Afan in the corner, who now lives with a fractured head after armed soldiers break into her home, tortured her, and hit her forehead with the barrel of a gun. Additionally, I'm thinking of the young 14-year-old Winfreda Alien Fola, who miraculously survived close-range live bullets that shattered her right eye and her face in Boya. She lost her sight and her ability to hear, and she might not even speak well for life. She is currently in need of finances to undergo reconstructive eye surgery abroad. Furthermore, I'm thinking of 24-year-old Zama Beldrin, who lives in Mancon. He was shot at the back at my 6th Mancon on the 1st of October. His spine was shattered beyond repair. He's now stuck onto a wheelchair for the rest of his life. At the time of the incident, Zama had completed high school and was looking forward, like every young man, to start university in the sciences.
Now that Nigeria is housing tens of thousands of refugees from the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, I would like to remind them of this. March 25, 2002, a former Chief Judge of the Federal High Court in Abuja, Justice Rosalind Ukeji, made a ruling and directed the Nigerian government to place the case of the people of Southern Cameroon before the United Nations and any other relevant international organization. Nigeria shall take the question of the independence of Southern Cameroon to the International Court of Justice and ensure diligent prosecution to finality. Thank you.